NFL Players Second Acts podcast. I'm Peanut Tillman, and this is my uncle, Roman Harper. Welcome to the show. What's up?
What's up, dog? It's always something new with you.
I got jokes for days with the Grays.
That just rhymed. That man must be on a good day already.
I'm a lyricist.
Well, anyways, I want to thank all of our listeners for always tuning in. Continue, as I always tell you, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Give us a like, a follow, and always give us a review. And anywhere you listen to your podcast, whether it's iHeartRadio or Apple Podcasts or anywhere else you listen to podcasts, you can always find us, the NFL Players Second Acts podcast. Now, the Super Bowl is done. It's wrapped up. The season's over with. What an exciting time. We got to experience Phoenix.
Your first one.
My first Radio Row experience.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was just getting to see everybody, looking at all the entourages. Who had the biggest entourage? Who didn't have an entourage? Looking at all the crazy and the madness inside that building. It was fun, Pino. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me.
Joe Montana, definitely. Stephen A.
Stephen A. had the biggest entourage. There's no question.
How many people?
12 deep. Double figures.
At least.
12 deep. I mean, he'd probably say he had 15. But overall, it's probably 12.
Not necessary. I think my entourage is like just me. I came under solo dolo, so it's just me. What are you, two people entourage?
I'm usually if I'm with the fam, then it's like 4. But other than that, all right. So we got to talk to and sit down and talk to a lot of different guests all week long. The experience was awesome. The conversations were deep. We really got to really have a really deep dive into some really different experiences in everybody's second act. So who we got up first?
We got Hall of Famer Brian Weapon X Dawkins. We got Akbar Gbaja-Biamila. And right now we'll kick it off with this first interview with Brian Dawkins. We're joined by NFL Hall of Famer, man of faith, Brian Weapon X Dawkins.
Thank you.
Greatness, man.
Thank you.
Greatness.
Bless.
So look, I got, my nickname is Peanut. I think everyone know how I got my nickname. My aunt, little baby, I got the nickname, big old head and everything. Where did Weapon X come from?
It's really my love for Wolverine, the comic book character.
Yeah, okay.
And the way that I played the game before that. So before he became Wolverine, Weapon X, I called myself Idiot Man. So I turned into a different cat when
Weapon
I
X
stepped on the
sounds
field.
a lot better.
Yeah, so Weapon X sounds a whole lot better. But it's just that the way that I play the game, when I touch the doggone field, I flip that switch, and that's a different person. So that is Weapon X. And I always tell people Brian Dawkins has never played a down in the National Football League. It was always Weapon X.
So is it because Wolverine, because I'm a big comic book guy, everybody needs to know this, Wolverine is the man, one of the baddest X-Men out there of all time. Was it the healing factor? Was it the adamantium claws that brought it out, or was it really just his rage? When he lost it, that's when he was
So here's the thing, is if you know his backstory. I do. You know the darkness in his back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know that it's hard for him sometimes to control those things. Mm-hmm. But when he does and he uses it for the good, for the love of his fellow X-Men, he's unstoppable.
Correct.
So that's all of those things, the complexities of the character, all of that brought me into that character because I have some things in my past I'm not so thrilled about as far as some dark parts of me. But I've learned how to funnel and channel those things into a positive direction. And so that's the main thing with Wolverine. Yeah, it's the fact that he's adamantium, he's super healing, but it's the complexity of the character that really drew me into it.
All right, so I got to get this out of the way too, and then we get to a real interview questions.
Yes.
The arms, because look, I played safety. I tried to model my game just like you. Literally, when I saw the veins popping, he's coming out flexing. I'm like, dude, I got to get my arms right. So I literally
this is a true story.
Built my whole workout.
This is a
my
true
whole
story.
regiment.
He don't ever want to do. Rome is built like a damn chicken. Like he big up top. He got little chicken legs. All Rome want to do is bench arms all day.
I'm doing some kind
Literally
of arm exercise
day.
every day. But look, I mean, I can wear long socks, so you don't see that. But you always see your arms.
You right.
What you just said is eloquently placed and put, right? So I always talk about the back arms, right? So the back arms.
Tricep.
The tricep.
Yeah,
look like a horse
70%.
train.
You get your back arms right, right? And then you go out and handle your business. Then for me, it's also an intimidation thing. So when you walking on the field, and you already saw what I did on film, and I'm going to kind of give you some of my mindset. My mindset was always put crazy on film. I'm gonna put crazy on film. I'm gonna do something crazy on film to have the receivers watching for next week, so that they can be thinking about that thing that I did to that person. And then you come on the game day, and you see my arms glistening as well. Oh, that's just an extra bit of things that you got to think about.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, it make you think twice. Like, do I really want to go over the middle right now?
And that's all I got to do, just to get you to think twice.
Do you think? Yeah. Tell me one example or a story where you know that they saw something the week before and were a little nervous when they saw you.
Dig routes. Just certain teams that run dig routes, they didn't run as many dig routes against. I'm serious. They didn't run as many dig routes against us. And sometimes it's not the first quarter that they short arm stuff. It's in the fourth quarter that they begin to short arm stuff. Because after I handles my business early in the game of delivering that stank on somebody, right? Then all of a sudden they begin to think about that thing if they do have to run a dig route. So, trying to give you a specific, it's going to be hard for me to give you a specific one, but I just know that in the fourth quarter, again, there's certain routes, go-to combinations that certain teams just did not do.
All right, for others that don't know, when he said put that stank on it, he really mean put that thing on him when he hit him.
He hit him hard.
Yeah. All right, now B-Dog, tell me this. How are you feeling to see the Eagles back in the Super Bowl again, without you being present, of course?
I love it. And it's, if you are a true Eagles fan and you're honest with yourself, you did not see this coming. This is 100% surprise to have this team gel together. And playing the game, how hard it is to gel. And this team literally acts like they've been together for years, and they've only really been together for the most part for 1 year, some of the new pieces, right? So to be able to gel all those different personalities together, all that talent, and then for the coaching staff to have learned from some of the mistakes that they've had from last year, and now they're putting these players in position to make plays, and then the players are making plays. And again, they're having a great time doing it. So I didn't see that coming together like that, like we see it, and I didn't see Hurts taking the steps that he's taken as a prolific passer that he has this year.
The one thing about Jalen Hurts, I'm sure it has, but I always tell everybody the most impressive thing I've seen Jalen Hurts, because I've seen him since Alabama, going to school there, is that he's literally improved every year since he's gotten out of high school. And it hasn't been dramatic, it hasn't been huge, but every year he's just steadily gotten better. And that's something to be said about people.
But it's his mindset, though. Like, he's a very focused individual. I've seen interviews with him when he was in high school, and he's poised. He's ready for that moment. And I think although Kansas City has more experience because they've done it numerous times, the big lights, they have that experience under Andy Reid. However, Hurts is he is that dude. Like, he has been time and time again, he has been put in these situations, in these moments, and he's just ice in his veins. He's calm. That's what I love about him.
And so that was the thing about what you said. Well, both of you are saying the exact same thing that I saw. So when you tell me that he has made progress every year, so here's the thing. He has been getting ridiculed every year.
Yep.
So that means that he's more than likely seeing some of the things, taking some of the good things that he can glean from some of the not people that are criticizing him, but some of the people that are critiquing him in the I remember reading some things about Nick Saban saying specific things to him that he needs to improve on. And when he went to Oklahoma, guess what he did? Improved on those things, right? Yeah. Same thing from last year to this year. Very inconsistent with the ball down the field. He heard that. I'm pretty sure he saw that. And what did he do? He got better, on it, right? So when you have a mentally tough individual that can take criticism, receive it, has a high IQ when it comes to what do I need to do to get better, because I know I'm not where I want to be or where I need to be. And then you go work your behind off to do it. Come on, man. Like, he's fit for Philadelphia, bro. I'm telling you, he's fit for Philadelphia.
Okay, so, all right, you've been to a Super Bowl. Unfortunately, you didn't win it. And I'm always giving Peanut a little bit of crap about his experience in the Super Bowl.
Always. I'm over
and
two.
Look, I mean, let's just be honest here. We got 3 great defensive backs. We got one gold jacket, probably 2 gold jackets when it's all said and done, and 1 Super Bowl ring. And how does that make you guys feel? I know your jacket's gonna fit great, but
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one thing as a player that I would have loved to have I experienced one as an executive when I was at the Eagles, so I have one as an executive. But there would have been nothing like me celebrating with Donovan, with Hugh, and with Trot, and with Troy back in the day, Deuce and those guys back in the day of winning a Super Bowl. But so you got me. Yeah, you definitely.
Does it make it better, though? I'm not going to take away. I don't think it takes away from your experiences or your love for your teammates that you don't win a championship. But does it almost like make it a little bit sweeter when you do? I feel like I can say that, but because I've been on great teams.
Right. Yeah.
But it's like that one team that's probably not even the best team I've even been on. It's just a little bit different because you won it all. It is something to be said about that. And because you guys love your teammates. Like, you tell me so many great stories.
Yeah, we still
about your experience about the Bears,
yeah.
and you just going in really detail about Trotter and all those great guys, all those great players with the Eagles for all those years.
Yeah,
like you don't lose love. It's just
there is no love lost.
Mm-hmm.
We just didn't have the culmination of all of the hard work like you was able to experience before it was OTAs, we had real training camps. So going through all of those rigors and all the pains and all of the setbacks and all of the injections sometimes to numb some areas up that we had to numb up because we wanted to still play, even though we probably should have sat out behind in there in the training room. Like going through all of that, we never experienced the final destination of standing at the podium, beat up, bruised up, dirty uniform, saying we did it.
Yeah.
Right? That's just a different experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, so switching gears now. Let's talk about obesity.
Yeah.
How did you get involved in Huddle Up?
Wow. So I have been an advocate for learning how to do things in a specific way.
Okay.
A blessing you to live life in a powerful way. And that's when I think of the word wellness itself, and that's what this is about, what wellness. Wellness is the idea and the thought of doing specific things on a daily basis, so that you can have the vitality, the energy, the strength, and to do things powerfully from a physical and mental standpoint, right? So that obesity part of it, I have had, and they've given me permission to say this too, big bone individuals in my family, right? My mom has had diabetes. She no longer has it. So I saw firsthand the results of some of the decisions that were made in my household and how it affect the people in my household. So if I can then do things in my life, which I do, and that's one of the reasons I do what I do. That's one of the reasons I lift the way that I lift and still work out the way that I work out, because I want to continue to bless this body in a specific way, as to do things to give me that energy, that vitality to live life on my terms as much as I can, right? Yeah. But on the other side of that, I want to help those individuals know that just because you have gone to a place that you don't want to be, you don't have to stay in that spot, right? All of us have been on, you talked about team, right? So I have a team of individuals in my life, right? I have doctors that I go to. I have a nutritionist that I go to, right? I have a naturalist that I go to. And so these are my teammates.
Right.
And they help me to come up with a game plan for me in my life.
Right.
So my level of fitness is for me. This is how I live my life. It may not be for somebody else. So I don't ever tell somebody to exercise the way that I do. Matter of fact, I very seldom say the word exercise, because that sometimes set people off. I say movements. Like, what are the movements you like to do? What are some of the movements you would love to do in your life? So it's the moving part of doing things, getting up and not being stagnant, that will help you stay away from some of the things that could potentially have you going to the doctor too much, right?
Yeah.
So also the way that I talk about is you want to take care of as many things while you can before someone takes it out of your hands and you have to begin to do things, the doctor tells you to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's deep. That's deep. Well, look, man, I know we could talk with you all day about this stuff. Thank you for blessing us with your presence and just.
I got to ask one more thing, though.
Yeah,
okay,
please.
When we going to get a workout in, my brother? I need it.
I'm there.
You can be our cheerleader, Peanut.
I'm
It's
not
gonna be some yelling. I feel like it's gonna be some weights banging.
I'm in the 300-pound club now. I can do. I'm benching on the 300 now.
You might. So if we do that now, like seriously now, you might call Earl.
Okay.
Do you know what Earl is?
I don't want.
Do we know what Earl is for those listening? It's vomiting from working out really hard.
You might. So let me give you this last thing. So if you want to have more information about this and seriously learn about some of the things you need to do, for those who are listening, this is truthaboutweight.com. right? thetruthaboutweight.com. So go on that website and look at some of the things, answer some of the questions that are going to be on there for you so that you can begin to understand if diabetes like runs in your family. So begin to know those things, the markers and all of those things, so that you can, again, meet with your teammate, develop a team, and then meet with them to see what you need to do to be your best self.
Okay.
I'm with it. Appreciate you, boss.
Truthaboutweight.com.
Truthaboutweight.com.
Thank you. Thanks, B-Doc, man. Appreciate it, man.
You big bone, bro.
I do have big bones, family.
And little legs.
Hold on to your seats for this play, folks, for it'll be a long time before you see another like it.
Joe the Jet Perry, first African-American NFL MVP. As we continue to celebrate Black History Month across the league, we share the accomplishments of the past and present. Joe the Jet Perry was a Navy veteran, one of the first African-American players in professional football, and the NFL's first African-American MVP. The first Black player in 49ers team history, Perry earned a Pro Bowl selection in San Francisco. He would rush for over 9,700 yards in a 16-season career and held the league's career rushing title until 1963. Following his retirement, Perry remained involved with the 49ers organization as a scout and assistant. And in 1969, he was named to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
All right, we're back. Radio Row.
Radio Row Day 2.
Super Bowl 57, and we have a great guest here. Somebody I look up to. I see him all the time. Akbar.
What's his last? Say it. Give it. How you?
Gbaja-Biamila.
Okay, look. We call him Akbar. So for the record, can you tell us how to pronounce your full name?
Okay.
And what does it mean?
Okay.
And the only advice he gave me was, dog, don't try and read it.
Don't try and read it. You read
Whatever
it,
you do.
it's worse than reading on teleprompter, man. It's too many letters, man. No, it's Akbar Oluwakemi Idowu Gbaja-Biamila. My first name, Akbar, means great. Idowu means born after twins. I was born after my brother, Kabir, of course, who played for the Packers, and my sister, who are twins. And so in the Nigerian culture, in the Yoruba culture, when you're born after twins, you inherit that name. So I'm Idowu. So when they hear my last name, my middle name, they go, oh, we know where you fall in the order. And then Gbaja-Biamila means big man, come save me. So my great-great-grandfather was a mediator in the village. He was like 7 feet tall. I mean, so whenever people would have problems, they would say Gbaja-Biamila, meaning big man, come save me. So that's how the last name came. And it tells a story.
It does tell us
the African heritage, like the names, the Azumas, the Awale and Gungle.
My college roommate, his name was Charlie Yao Pepra. Yao is Ghanaian. It means Thursday born.
Oh, wow.
So all these little telling stories, it's like very little things that you think it's just no purpose. It's completely has a purpose.
I'm just Charles Tillman, sorry.
No, it works. Charles Tillman works.
That's why we call you Peanut.
I'm just Charles Tillman. Funny, quick story. Pisa Tinui Samoa. We're talking about names and everything like that. Pisa, great linebacker for us in Chicago. It was like, man, what does your name mean? Oh, it means this, it means that. And then he goes, well, what's your middle name? I know it's some dope middle name. He was like, it's just Donald. So his name is Pisa Donald Tinui Samoa. It's just like, come on, man. Your parents
they got lazy.
They got lazy for your middle name?
No, a lot of times what happens is they may throw in a common name in order to like kind of fit in if other people are having a hard time. It's for the Americans. Like, hey, just call him Donald. Like, it's his name. Just call him Donald.
All right.
Yeah. So Akbar, tell me this. So how do you feel? You're a Lakers fan.
Yes.
I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a diehard. I call myself an originalist.
Okay.
Right?
I'm Showtime. I go back to the Showtime era, 1979. In fact, when I was born, Magic Johnson just won a championship for us as a Laker fan. So I know this. I came out of the womb watching the Lakers at the Great Western Forum. So I mean, that's how far back.
You're an originalist too.
Yeah.
Good. So we're on the same page here. How do you feel about LeBron breaking the all-time scoring record? Because for me, as an originalist Laker fan, you didn't love LeBron for like most of his career because he wasn't with the Lakers.
Right.
And so now he's with the Lakers and he beats Kareem. Like, how do you feel?
It was bittersweet for me.
Okay.
It was bittersweet, but I was happy because it came from a Laker,
Yeah.
but it was bitter because I wanted Kareem. It was my dad's favorite basketball player. It was my favorite basketball player.
Right.
To see the captain at the top, and then to see that number, which was unachievable for Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and all the other dope shooters out there, Reggie Miller, all those people who could shoot, Karl Malone, nobody could get it. It was just in a league of its own.
Right.
So, but then you do have to sit there and recognize, like, that was an impossible record to beat. None of us will be here. Everybody here at Radio Row, no one is going to be alive to see that record be broke because he's still playing
at a high level.
At a high level. I mean, he's jumping around like, he's 22.
Yeah.
So it was bittersweet for me. It really was. But it was so cool to see Kareem hand over the torch to LeBron. It was such a great moment because people don't know that Kareem and LeBron haven't had a lot of interaction.
Right.
And so for two people. It
kind of showed.
Yeah. It was a little awkward, but I would love to, and I've said this to LeBron's team, I would love for them to have, Kareem on the barbershop, have one-on-one with LeBron and Kareem, because both these guys have not only had a big impact on the sport, but it's what they do off the court. LeBron has started something, and he doesn't get a lot of credit, but LeBron has changed the dynamics as far as people's management. Athletes are now wanting to, and I'm just calling out, keeping it real, like, there was a time as a young black athlete, you came out, most of your team were white men, right?
Yeah,
and you weren't included in that. And you've seen what LeBron did, not only including, African Americans, but women to his team, and showing that it didn't have to be dominated by one. And so representation is so powerful. I'll never forget the moment I had with LeBron. I went to his to the school that he has in Ohio, and I set up a Ninja Warrior program for these kids.
Yeah.
And I never asked them to do anything. At the time I came out with my book, Everyone Could Be a Ninja, and I get a phone call from my manager, and she says, "Hey, LeBron's team wants to use your book in his commercial, in his next commercial." I'm going, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, sign away." Sign away. But I was like, but he was helping me promote my book in a time like, if you've ever,
down.
It's hard to promote a book. And so to get somebody like a LeBron James who's willingly wanting to put and promote an African-American, author, it was like, so anyways, LeBron James to me is, he'll always have a place in my heart, but I'm so happy for all the success that he has on and off the court.
So does he get a statue?
Oh, of course. Of course he gets a statue.
Now, where's the statue at? Is it with the Lakers, or is it with Cleveland? Is it Miami?
He will be the first to get a statue everywhere. They might end up, he might be the first one, because he'll get one in Miami. He'll get one in Cleveland for sure. He is the son of,
he's
of
the
Cleveland.
chosen one,
Yeah, but LeBron, we inherit everybody. Los Angeles is the city of stars and cars, and you can't take that star away from us. So he's definitely going to have a statue.
So you think we're gonna at Staples or Crypto Arena?
Staples.
I agree.
I'm sorry, I can't even start to call it crypto.
I love this.
Yes.
He's an originalist like me.
Yes.
I love this. Yeah. All right. So what else is next for you? We've seen you as a TV host.
Yeah.
We've seen you write books. You've done all these other things in this world. Somebody like me. All right. I'm just in your footsteps over here.
Yeah.
Number one, how do you get into doing the TV part of it, the personality, TV aspect of it? And what's going to be your next steps for you? Like, is there anything else you want to accomplish?
Yeah, I think for me, the next thing was probably going behind the camera. There are a lot of documentary pieces. I love documentaries, and there's a lot of things that I would love to do from the documentary standpoint to showcase that and being off camera, but behind the camera. But the journey from transitioning into to media wasn't, an easy path for me. And that's kind of what my book was about, like the underground path to success. Whereas I didn't have a big name. My brother was the, all-time sack leader for the Packers. I didn't have that same type of success. And there's no shame. I made it to the league, but it just didn't work out the same way.
Right.
But oftentimes, place in the media is usually served for guys who had prominent careers, big names. And so I had to take what I call the backdoor approach, which was I went to an area where they knew me the most, which was San Diego. I went to the local station at NBC in San Diego, and I said to them, "Hey guys, my name is Akbar. I'd love to host a show or do the after post-game show for free." They said, "For free?" I was like, "Yeah, for free." And I did it for 2 years for free because I'd played for the Chargers at the time, played for San Diego State. And then from there, I was able to do CBS College Sports. From there, I got my opportunity at the NFL Network.
Yeah.
And I mean, it took a couple of people to believe and going, wait a second.
Right.
This guy he's talking this fantasy football stuff a little different. And they gave me that opportunity. And from that jumped off my career because an executive producer saw me on the NFL Network and for American Ninja Warrior. It's like, hey, we want to bring this guy in.
That's what's up.
And the rest was history. Yeah.
My credit is, I think it's decent. You got good credit, bad credit?
Oh no, well, it was messed up from other people, but now I'm good. I get my experience, man. My score, they hit me up. I get email every week, couple weeks now.
So you was a co-signer too on some stuff?
Yes, yeah, it was messed up.
Don't ever co-sign. Don't ever co-sign. I'm just letting y'all.
I've done it. I've learned.
Do not co-sign.
So
I'm doing every time I do open up something or I do buy something. I recently just purchased a car, so they run my credit. Experience. Tell me how you got involved. With experience.
Yeah,
that was a long way to get to my credit mistake.
I want to throw you under the bus a little bit.
We've all been there before,
credit.
but I will tell you though. But this partnership with Experian has been a long relationship. But I'm super excited about it because it really is a partnership about helping people change the way they think about just Experian. In that Experian is not just a credit bureau. It is really trying to help people get financially fit.
Yeah.
And the way they're doing that is by helping people save money, not just stuffing money underneath the pillowcase or the mattress, but by being able to take a look at your spending habits. So for example, we all have streaming stuff that we're streaming, right? Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus. Well, now you can boost your credit score with Experian Boost by taking those and then adding it and self-submitting it into Experian, and that helps to boost your credit score. Because if you boost your credit score, that means you're getting a lower interest rate, right?
Yeah.
And everyone can save some money right now. When we talk about inflation is at an all-time high right now, 40-year high right now for inflation. And so people are hurt right now because I'm telling you, it is. Try go buy a burger, go out and try to eat out and see how much that bill come out to, right?
Yeah, it's rough.
So we're trying to figure out how to do that. And so with Experian Boost, it allows you, it gives you that opportunity. And then the last thing is on the Experian app is they have the tool that allows you to, and be honest now, when's the last time you checked to see how much you're paying on your car insurance? Nobody, right? Nobody checks to see how much they're paying on there. You just put it on automatic pay. Well, now Experian has this feature to where this tool that allows you to compare your insurance with other insurance, and you can see, hey, look at my profile with this, and man, I'm paying $70, $100, $200 more than I should be, right? A month. Yeah. So this allows you to save money in creative ways.
Oh, nice.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, it's always good to be able to compare and contrast.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming
and I
out.
actually do check how much I pay my insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only because I don't want to lie. It's still under my mom and dad.
We not even. I'm cutting you off. You is lying. I'm cutting you off. Hey, Akbar, hey man, we appreciate you coming out. Yep. Thank you for finally correcting how to pronounce your name the right way. We gonna get our credit
and
right.
meaning behind it.
Well, you guys got football cred, so I mean, you guys good on that one too. Experian can help you with your football cred too. No, I'm just kidding. Can I say that? No, I don't think they can help you with your football cred. You guys already did that.
Nope, too late. He said it. Appreciate you coming out.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks.
That's it. That's a wrap on that episode. I really want to thank Brian Dawkins and also Akbar Gbaja-Biamila, really telling us all into their life, why Brian Dawkins became Weapon X.
It's a great story.
Why Akbar started doing what he was doing, his experience of, hey, I got to go where they know me first. Mm-hmm. So I'm starting in San Diego and building out my brand and who I am from there. And that's what we're trying to do, trying to build our brand. So all you listeners, continue to listen. Continue to tell a friend to do what, Peanut?
Tell a friend.
There it is. Anytime, make sure you hit that like button, click follow, give us a rating and a review on anywhere you listen to your podcast at, whether it's iHeartRadio or Apple Podcasts. We're there, baby. Tune in. We're out.
Peace.